Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Starting with Mr. Priestep, are you aware of any direction or guidance from President Trump to conduct this investigation about the Russian intrusion in our elections?
Sir, I can't comment on that. It could be potentially related to things under the special counsel's purview.
Thank you. Ms. Manfred, in terms of the Department of Homeland Security, are you aware of any direction by the President to conduct these types of operations or your investigations?
Sir, to clarify the question, direction from the President
That
to...
the President of the United States has directed that the Department of Homeland Security and other federal agencies conduct the activities that you're conducting, essentially investigation into the Russian hacking in the election.
I can't comment on the President's direction specifically, but our Secretary is committed to understanding what happened, ensuring that we are better protected in the future, so our activities are fully supported.
He has not communicated that this is at the direction of the President of the United States.
No, sir.
Dr. Giles?
Sir, this comes directly down from the ICE. He's been working on this for quite a while, and the Secretary has completely supported it.
But again, no indication.
Nothing from the President directly, sir.
Thank you. I thought Senator King raised some very interesting issues in terms of most national elections, as much as you like to think about it, particularly from Rhode Island, are not decided in certain states, but they're decided even in certain cities and counties. And which raised an interesting question. You were very assertive about that you'd be able to diagnose an intrusion that was altering voter votes, literally. When could you do that? Within weeks of election, on election day, after election day?
So from an IC perspective, the way we would do that is by looking at the threats themselves that were targeting specific entities. But the other element that we would look at is as the reporting itself was coming in, if there was any statistical anomalies from what we're seeing. And I'd also point out that we're talking about internet-connected systems here, and not all of the key counties that you would represent would be those internet-connected systems.
But effectively, I think what you've said is that you'd really have to wait for confirmation until the results started coming in on election day, which raises the issue of even if you detect it on election day, what do we do? The votes have already been cast. Is anyone planning on what's reaction we take? How do we notify people? What steps we take?
I'd have to defer to other.
Yes, sir. And I did want to clarify, when we say that that activity would be difficult to detect, it would be difficult to go on undetected. That we're discussing both at the polling station or the jurisdiction, that it would be hard for somebody to do that without anybody, not necessarily that the department would have that immediate insight. And to answer your question, yes, that is absolutely something that is a part of our planning and what we would look forward to partnering with the state and local officials on understanding.
So we're, again, about 18 months away from election. We have to be able to develop not a technical infrastructure, but a organizational infrastructure that could react, maybe on very short notice, to the discovery that actual votes are being tampered. Is that accurate?
Absolutely, sir. It is both the technical and organizational.
And do you think there's enough emphasis in terms of the resources and support to do that, the collaboration? You've got 50 states, and among those states, many of the voting jurisdictions are not at the state level. They're the city and town canvasser. Are we taking this serious enough? I guess that's the issue.
Absolutely, sir. This is one of our highest priorities, and I would also note that we're not just looking ahead to 2018 as election officials remind me routinely that elections are conducted on a regular basis, and so highest priorities are yes.
Let me ask Mr. Priestap, if I've pronounced it correctly, forgive me, but you testified today and your colleagues that information was exfiltrated by the Russians. What type of information was taken, and what could it be used for?
Yes, so I don't want to get into the details of what victim information was taken. And again, we've got a variety of pending investigations. But again, it could be used for a variety of purposes. Could have been taken to understand what's in those systems. It could have been taken to use to try to learn more about individuals so that they could be targeted. It could have been taken in a way to then publicize, just to send a message that a foreign adversary has the ability to take things and to sow doubt in our voters' minds.
Let me ask you this question as judgment. Given the activities that the Russians have deployed, significant resources, constant effort over, the intelligence community, probably a decade, do you think they have a better grasp of the vulnerabilities of the American voting system than you have?
I hope not. I think it's an excellent question, and I can well, first of all, I hope not, and I don't think so. But if they did, I don't think they do anymore.
Thank you very much.